So the question is, you're in Mooney Street, right?
Yep.
You've moved into Mooney Street, and you've told me the details of what
So
you
if
did.
he was 11, it would have been 47.
That's
1940,
football ground,
1947.
Australia.
So what's your recollection of family life until you're about 18? See, until you're about 18, which is 54. What's your recollection of living at Mooney Street? There's 11 of you, and Mum and
It's
Dad.
a well-controlled little joint. Everyone was happy. In those days, if the weather was fine, we played cricket or football out in the street. In fact, the bloke opposite was Mr. Stewart, and he was a league goal umpire. He used to come out and kick with us. That was one of the best things.
But with 11 kids, right? How many bedrooms were in it?
We had the big room. There's three of us lived in the big room.
So who's the three?
Me, Leo, and who's that?
Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie. Yeah.
I can draw you a map of Mooney Street.
And then we had, when Dad was an old cocky, and so
You know what a cocky is, don't you?
in the front room of the house, looking at the house on the right hand side, well, when we bought it, Dad, he must have been travelling all right. He fitted that bedroom out with the top of the range wardrobes and bed and all that, and no one was allowed to use that. That was only for people that came from the bush. Yeah, that was the way it worked in those days.
So-
It used to have two beds in it. Was for used to have two beds in it. Was for Auntie Mary and Auntie Peg. They used to stay in there.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was a double bed or two. I think it was two singles. I don't know. Yeah, two wardrobes.
And so in those days, like, would you all go to mass, to church, all of you?
Yeah.
You'd all go.
Row 13. Row 13 in St Brendan's held 13 of us.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so you'd go there on a Sunday
Yeah.
at, I don't know, is it 11 o'clock or
No, it'd be at 8 o'clock mass.
8 o'clock in the morning?
Yep.
Right, everyone's up early, going to mass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever try not to go to mass? Did any?
No one ever tried.
No one ever tried.
They used to say the rosary every night, for God's sake.
Well, who used to say the rosary every
The
night?
whole family used
The
to.
whole family?
After tea. Except,
Every night?
Except Nana.
Every
She used to
night
read
we said the rosary.
Every night?
Nana used to sit down, she'd have the shoebox in front of
Poor
her,
old.
and she'd read the paper. And every now and then someone would knock her and she'd go, preface. Because Pop would be at the
poor
other
old
end of the
Maxie.
table.
Right.
Poor old Maxie. Maxie is a Catholic, comes from Austria. And yeah, and he was courting Margaret. And anyhow, he used to come in and sneak round the sideway because he knew that we said the rosary after tea. Well, that wasn't very good because Michael, he was a little bastard. He'd look out the window and say, Maxie's here. Maxie had to come in. He couldn't avoid it.
You'd dob him in.
Yeah. That was good fun, those things. Yeah.
So how did your mum prepare meals for like 11 people?
She had
13
a
people.
huge, well, it wasn't a huge kitchen. She had a kitchen, and the best part about her kitchen is she had a walk-in pantry. And I mean, not just a little pissy, what they call a walk-in pantry. She had
Well, when I was
a
growing up,
walk-in
I had a
pantry,
helper.
like you would.
Is it like a bedroom?
I was just like,
3 by 3.
I'm just up to drawing it actually, drawing the kitchen. So you'd have the kitchen, so it'd be like this. Stove was there, had an old chimney. And that's what Bernie used to come down as Father Christmas. and the table would be on this wall, and the table would fit. Put it this way, it fitted all the girls and went on a Thursday for lunch when they did Thursdays. Over on this room, this side of the room, there was a bench, and then you had your sink. Then in that corner there was just a door, and you would walk, and that was just pantry. It was just like a whole room. It was only on one side, but there's plenty of space, like you could walk down quite easily, and it was just pantry. Just walking pantry. Beautiful. Oh, to have a kitchen with all
But no one had breakfast. We didn't all have breakfast together.
You didn't?
No,
No.
because they all go at different times to school, you know. So we had breakfast, which was mainly, and that used to create, because I used to outsmart them all, we used to have porridge and that. And I'd been a good thing helping Mum. I'd sneak out and get, there's always a dozen bottles of milk we used to have to pick up. The milkman delivered it. But there's that, I don't know if you remember the old milk bottles?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the cream was sitting on top of the milk in those days. So I'd get out, I'd be up early every morning with that. I'd get out there, get the milk bring in for Mum, and have the porridge, and I'd take the top cream off about 3 bottles. Oh, they used to scream.
Did they?
He's got all the cream! Well, he got up.
And they only had one indoor toilet.
One indoor toilet?
One indoor
Wow.
toilet. And they had a
Do you have
toilet-
any
they had-
recollection of that?
They
One
had an
indoor toilet?
outhouse. They had an
Oh,
outhouse.
Oh, they had an outhouse. So there's 2 toilets, you mean?
No, well, I can't even remember. And
So
up
you're
in the
13 people and 1 toilet
Up in the
inside?
back corner was a
No, we
shed.
had 2 toilets.
You only had one in the house.
No, yeah, and the one was down the workshop.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you can't.
Oh, well, I don't count that because that used
Before
to be.
that, when we got the house, there was none in the house.
So in the backyard, they had the shed, which was here, which was Pop's shed, and the outhouse was there. Right there. And that bit there was a wood pile. Wood pile.
Yeah, that's under the trees there,
And
Gordon.
this was like their backyard. So Pop, this was the garage was here. The garage was here and that was the driveway. So Pop built a seat along this garage wall. Right? And then he built, oh wow, I reckon he might have been the first one. Do you build the barbecue or did Bernie build the barbecue? And up here in this corner was a built-in barbecue. Wow, was that exciting? No one had barbecues then.
Well, that would have been.
So that was
Pretty
the
big.
outhouse. And the built-in barbecue. So you would have all this area that was all seating, and this was this was grass up to here. This was all concrete, and that was grass.
And a bird
And you
cage
would-
along the side of the garage.
And you would have here, that would be a table big enough for everybody to sit around, and that grass strip would be where the little kids played, or we played over here. So the little kids were allowed to play there, and the bigger kids played here.
Was there any pressure on you as the oldest statesman, the oldest child? Do you remember? Was there any, your dad, your mum, was there any, you had to do this and you had to do that?
I had a few things like, I can't remember. I'd have to, when I come home from school, I'd do my homework. And then I had to go over to the billiard hall and run the billiard hall while Dad come and had his tea.
Yeah, right,
Then he'd come around the billiard hall and I'd come home.
right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be after tea every night. Pop would be down. They had a big table. Their table was huge in the living room. Huge. Auntie Rosie had a big table. This table was bigger because you basically could fit their whole family around it every day of the week, but everyone's partners as well. It was
Gosh.
huge. So Pop would be down here, this end of the living room, because basically the table would just fit there. And when Nana got sick, they before there was double doors here to the
That's
hallway.
24.
Yeah. Nana had a chair there when she was sick, and you would just get the table in with her chair there because she couldn't
Nana
bear it.
was up the top right opposite the kitchen, and I sat beside her.
Yes.
Dad was down the other end,
Yes. It'd probably be down.
and
Probably
Bernie
down
had to
here.
sit beside him because Bernie was a little bastard.
He'd get in trouble all the time, Bernie. Probably be down here, and then the entry would be here, and Nana, I don't know how she ever got that shoe box in, the nugget box in, because she used to lean on the nugget box. You weren't allowed to stand, you had to kneel. You're allowed to turn your chair around though. You're allowed to turn the chair around and kneel, sort of lever yourself on the chair. But Nana used to bring in the nugget box, and she used to somehow fandangle the paper out of the kitchen onto her nugget box, and Pop would be up here, and he never said a word, and he never knew. And he'd go through, it was not one decade of the rosary. We did the whole freaking 5 decades of the rosary. We did the poor hand prayers and the end hand prayers. And me and Colin used to get to the end because we were too little, and I'd say, what are they saying? She'd go, I don't know, I just go, take that, and we couldn't understand what they said. And we just sit there. And then the worst thing would be if the girls were going out, or the younger kids were going out, you could tell, because it'd be, Pop, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. And then whoever was going out, bless our Lady, Bible, Jesus! That would be it.